What is going on out there, fishing fam? Ray Sharifi here with the Dirty Hookers. First off, I would just like to apologize for the lack of uploads that there has been for the past couple months. Lately, the season has been dying down pretty much everywhere for where I am located. Stop. And I mean, it's getting cold, it's wintertime, bass fishing is starting to slow down. Don't get me wrong, I'm still going to go out and go bass fishing and do whatever I gotta do to keep on fishing, because if I don't fish, I'm going to go insane. So there's still going to be uploads. I still have a handful of videos that need to be uploaded, but in order to be able to keep on uploading videos, even during this off season, figured I'd come up with this new idea, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I saw a YouTuber down in Pensacola, Florida. I think his name is Angler Up with Brant. I think that's what it is. Anyways, he's been doing a top 5 videos lately, and I figured, why don't I give it a try, and we'll see how you guys enjoy it. This new idea is top 5. So this top 5 is going to be my top 5 favorite saltwater fish to fish for California, and these are the top 5 fish that I personally have caught, not top 5 fish that I like watching videos of or anything like that, because there'd be a lot of pelagic species. Anyways, yeah, let's get into this. So we're going to go from 5 to 1. Number 5. This may make a couple of you angry. I know my buddy Dylan. You guys know Dylan pretty well, as you have seen in my past videos. People like him can't stand when he accidentally hooks into one of these things. But me personally, I love them. I can target them and fish for them all day long, because when you can't go offshore, this is the next best thing in my opinion. They put up a heck of a fight. They can get to significant sizes. It's not a shark, because I don't know how to shark fish, but it's the next best thing, and they are fun as hell to fight, in my personal opinion. And that is a bat ray. My biggest is probably 80 plus. We don't have an exact weight on it, but it's pretty large. Pretty much the last time that I've even targeted any of these things was that trip, that last fish, which was my biggest. But the reason why I love them so much is just because their wings literally help them fly through the water, and they rip drag like no other. You can catch a 10-pound bat ray, or you can catch a 50-plus pound bat ray. No matter what size you hook, it's going to be a fun-ass fight. And I mean, they rip drag no problem. If you want a hard fighting fish that's pretty simple to hook, you don't really have to know what you're doing when it comes to fishing to hook one of these things. Just know what you're doing when it comes to fighting them, depending on where you're at. If you're on a beach, you should be okay, but if you're in the harbors, you can get wrapped on pilings or taken under docks or stuff like that, and it could become a mess. When you land it, it's always rewarding. Again, no matter what size it is. So that's my number 5 favorite fish. My 4th favorite fish to catch is rockfish / lingcod. And it's more so, I do want to be catching lingcod, but the problem with it is all coming down to the spots and what you have for bait and what the lingcod are keyed in on. And I'm very specific about how I like to catch these fish. Is I want to go strictly braid with a short leader of mono, if not full braid, but I do like my mono. Mainly 40-pound test, so that if a lingcod does grab it, 40 or 50 pound, and go into a rock, it's not going to snap off immediately, because braid tends to fray really quickly and can snap pretty easily. And the other reason why I like it is because you never know what species you're going to pull up. There's tons of species of rockfish out there, and you never know what's going to be coming up from 80 feet to 300 feet of water. You never know what's going to come up from the bottom. So that's the reason why number 4 would be rockfish and lingcod. Number 3 would probably be barracuda. The next 3 fish, including the barracuda, are all going to be surface fish, and there's a reason for that. I want to say I barely started throwing surface irons maybe 2 years ago, so these past 2 years I've gotten really into surface iron fishing, and I love catching barracuda, but I like doing it on lighter tackle, like my Alexa 400 or 300 with a lighter rod like a bass stick, throwing smaller surface irons. They're a lot of fun to catch because they do head shake a lot. They do put up a decent fight. If they're in the area, you can burn in those jigs and they are willing to smack it at any time. Sometimes they're not willing to feed, but a lot of the time they are willing to bite the jig, and that's why I love catching barracuda.
I can talk.
No, I was kidding. Where's Reefy here?
Try that again.
Hi guys, I'm funny looking and I smell bad. But my sister just talked to the camera for like 10 minutes. On to number 2. I think. Talked about barracuda, right? Think so. So number 2, my second of all time saltwater favorite fish to catch, bonito. And it comes back down to surface fishing, but they don't only hit the surface iron, they hit jigs, they hit yo-yos, they hit Colt snipers, they hit flat falls, they hit live bait, they'll hit swim baits, they'll hit pretty much everything. And I love them so much because if you were to take a mackerel and a wahoo, put them together, you got your bonito. They have the appetite of a mackerel. You could find them anywhere at any time and they'll eat it. Eat anything that's in front of them. Sometimes they are finicky. I'll take that back. Sometimes they are finicky and you have to trick them. You have to get a reaction bite. But the reaction bites are even more fun. Extra little kick into that lure is going to trigger that bonito to smash your lure. Sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes you'll miss it. It happens, that's fish in general. But I love, love, love bonito because they literally have the appetite of a mackerel, but for their size, they are powerful as hell. They got a huge tail compared to their body. They rip drag, and they're another fish that I love to catch on light tackle, like bass gear. They're hungry all the time, and they fight hard as hell. Catch them on heavy tackle, catch them on light tackle. It's gonna be fun. Alright, so I am in a new location. I had to move on into the garage because my family came home and it just got too noisy. So, now I'm here. And Craig, if you're watching, I finally got the paint job right. It's looking good. Orca popper. I just gotta finish up the stripes and put the eyes on there, and your popper will be all finished and on its way. It's coming soon. Sorry about the wait, man. But alright, number 1 most favorite saltwater fish, and fish in general, of all time. And I know you guys saw it coming, but it is the yellowtail. Yellowtail is my favorite fish of all time, and it's not just because they're such a hard-fighting fish, but it's because of the respect that I've earned for them. So for those of you who haven't seen the video, I did a video on a tribute to my best friend Dylan, who had passed. He ended up being diagnosed with leukemia. This was our first yellowtail trip ever, and my first big fish trip ever. After he passed, I had this tribute iron made in his honor, and I was able to put a 23-pound yellowtail on it. And there's a picture of it, I'll put it right here. Because of this trip right here, our first trip, I can honestly say I don't know if I would have gained the passion for fishing like I have today. I mean, like, I love fishing, I would have fished no matter what. But I don't know if I would have ever had the passion for it like I have today. Ever since that trip, I just knew that I wanted to become an offshore angler. Since then, I've been on countless yellowtail trips, as you guys have seen. I try to go yellowtail fishing as much as I can when the season's hot. And my favorite way to catch them is on a surface iron. And my first ever surface iron fish was on Dylan's birthday, the very first year that he was gone. Dylan's birthday was my very first surface iron fish. I just felt it was right to make a tribute iron for him and dedicate this iron to putting a fish on it. And I did exactly that, and this jig has not seen the water ever since that day. Caught a bonito on it, and I caught a big slug yellow on the iron. I mean, it wasn't a slug, but caught a good grade yellowtail on his tribute iron, and I'm super stoked about that. So this jig is retired forever. Never gonna let it touch water ever again, and I'm just really happy about that. I've earned a lot of respect for them over the years, and they definitely dog you, and they just dig really hard and just fight all the way to the boat. And not a whole lot of fish fight pure with full power throughout the entire fight all the way to the boat. And like I said when I started talking about the barracuda, surface irons is my favorite way to fish of all time in general. Chucking the jig, chuck and wind, I'm very new to it. I haven't even fished it for 2 years yet, and this is by far my favorite way of fishing. Every time that you get a follow on a yellowtail, on a surface iron, and you see them coming in on your jig, your heart just starts racing and pounding, and it's a crazy feeling every single time. Whether it's one yellowtail chasing your jig, 5 yellowtails chasing your jig. I've had one trip where I literally had like 30 yellowtail chasing my jig all at one time. Whether it's one yellowtail or 30 yellowtail keying in on your iron, your heart starts pumping. It's a crazy, crazy experience and crazy feeling for sure. But yeah, like I said, this trip alone got me addicted to fishing in a way that I've never been before. I was always addicted to fishing growing up. My entire life I've always been fishing. However, that trip alone changed my life entirely, and ever since then I've just always been watching YouTube videos, watching TV shows, anything that I possibly could about fishing. Whether I'm on the water or off the water, it's just my life is all about fishing. But yeah, without that trip, I don't know if I would have ever gained the love for fishing like I have today. Or whether I'm fishing for bluegill or I'm fishing for bluefin tuna. I don't know if I would feel the same way without that trip changing my life. So yellowtail have a huge, huge place in my heart, more than any other fish. And that's the whole reason why they are my #1 top favorite fish of all time. And on top of that, I mean, they are super, super powerful fish. Like I said, they just dog you and dig and pull and fight the entire fight of the fish. They're badass fish, and it feels badass every time you land one. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any other topics that you would like to see, I think I would like to keep this segment going. Another idea that I have is top 5 freshwater fish. Top 5 fish would be cool, because there's saltwater fish that I didn't even add in this video that beat these fish. It's weird to say, but I'll explain it in that video. Top 5 lures for bass fishing, top 5 lures for yellowtail fishing, top 5 recipes, top 5 favorite ways to cook fish. I don't know. Whatever you guys want to see, leave it in the comment section below. Give me a topic that you would like to see another top 5 video. As always, give this video a nice big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next